Welcome back, Algebra 1's. So this week, you guys are going to be working on some of the stuff that we already taught last week. So we're going to look at 9-8 today. I'm going to review a little bit with you. Remember, we took notes on this last Thursday. And then you're going to have an assignment to work on. You're going to have the majority of the hour to work on it. So anyway, keep in mind that if you need to pause this recording at any point in time to work through a problem, I would rather the sub go ahead and pause and work through a problem and then see if it's right after everybody's in the class worked it, and you can see the answer from what I'm going to do up here. Also remember that if you need to review this video, they're going to be on my website. They will also be on Google Classrooms for you to look back over as the week goes on. You will be having a test next week. It's probably going to be either Tuesday or Wednesday. So be looking for those online quizzes. Same procedure with the online quizzes. They'll be going up on week 7 of my website because the week 7 is the week that you'll be having the test. You are allowed to use a calculator for any of this stuff. So let's get going. So first we're going to determine whether these sequences are arithmetic, geometric, or neither. So if you will go ahead and pause and do the first 3, this one, and this one. And if you can't remember, then we'll come back and we'll watch the video and remind yourself. So the first one right here has a common ratio. The common ratio is going by 1/2. So we're multiplying by 1/2 each time. That should tell you that that is a geometric sequence. And the reason why is it has a common ratio of 1/2. The next one over here looks like we're increasing by 6, or we're adding 6 each time. So that's going to be an arithmetic sequence. And the reason why is it has a common difference. In this case, the common difference is adding 6. And the last one down here, well, I tried to figure out if I could add anything to it. Well, if I add to it, we're looking at 19, but then it goes adding 17 and then, well, subtracting 19 and then adding 17 and then subtracting 13. Well, that's definitely not an arithmetic sequence. And then I was trying to find a way to divide 17 divided by -2. Well, that would be -17 over 2. But if I divide the next 2, that'd be -2 over 15. So that didn't work either. So this definitely has to be neither a geometric nor an arithmetic sequence. So in the next set, we're going to find the next 3 terms. These are all geometric sequences here. So the first one, you just have to find your common difference. And it looks like we're multiplying by 10, or the common ratio, I'm sorry. So it looks like we're multiplying by 10 each time. So the next 3 terms are going to be 10,000, 100,000, and 1,000,000. Then on the next one down here, we also need to find a common ratio. And it looks like we're multiplying by 3. So we're just going to continue that, preferably with my calculator here. So we're going to do 540 times 3. It's going to give us the next term in the sequence is 1620, and then 4860, and then 14,580. So those are going to be next terms. So the next part of the lesson was finding the nth term. So we first need to go back and we need to remember that equation that we built to find the nth term. So that equation was whatever term, the nth term that you're looking for, is going to be equal to the first term times the common ratio to the exponent of the nth term minus 1. That's going to be our an equation for this. So if we're looking at the sequence 20, 60, 180, which I had earlier on that last one. And I asked you to find the 15th term. We can do that using this equation. So we know a to the 15 is going to be the term that we're looking for. So we need a1, that's the 20, times the common ratio here, we said earlier, was multiplying by 3. So we're going to do by 3 to the n minus 1. We're looking for the 15th term, so 15 minus 1 would be the 14th term. So a to the 15 is going to be 20 times 3 to the 14th power. So our trusty old calculator here, and we're going to make sure that we do order of operations. So we have to do this part first. So 3 to the 14th power, and we're going to get an answer for that, and then we're going to multiply that by 20. And we get a big old whopping number. In the 95 million. Very large number. Let's do one more. So let's do this sequence, 64, 32, 16, 8, that we looked at earlier. And let's find the 20th term. So if we're going to do that, we're going to also use the same, well, we need the ratio. So if you remember, this one was multiplying by half the common ratio. So we're looking for the 20th term, and that's going to be the first term, which in this case is 64, times the common ratio to the nth term minus 1. Or also known as 64 times 1/2 to the 19th power. So back to our calculator again. We have to do 1/2. We have to do the exponents first to the 20th power. 19th power. And that's going to give us a pretty small number. And we're going to multiply that times 64. And our answer here is going to be 0.000122, and I think we're going to just round it off right there. And so the last ones that we're going to do is we're going to write an equation for a sequence. So let's say we have the sequence 10, 100, 1,000, and so on. We want to write the equation. Well, the equation is still up here. It's the same equation we've been doing, but this time we're going to write an equation that if we don't know the nth term, we can use it. So it's just going to be a to the nth term is going to be equal to the first term, which is 10, times the common ratio, which is 10, to the whatever term minus 1. So hopefully that helped you guys remember a little bit how to use geometric sequences. And so your homework is going to be looking like this. You're going to be doing 9-8 practice on both sides. This is going to be due on Wednesday. You're also going to get an assignment tomorrow. And both of them will be due on Wednesday, but you'll have today and tomorrow and Wednesday to work on them. And then on Wednesday, if you get finished with those, you can start working on your study guide. So if you have any questions or you get stuck on something, please go back, use your iNotebook. Please use people at your table. Please use people in the classroom, although please don't be up running around like crazy. And then if you still are stuck, you guys have my phone number. Go ahead and text me in class. Ask the sub if it's okay, but go ahead and text me in class and let me know that you're having difficulty, and I'll see what I can do to help. So until next week when I see you again, be good, behave yourselves, and we'll talk to you later.